All right, we're back, and we're gonna do some little coffee accessories, all the metal things, and plastic. We're gonna start off real easy. I mean, can't get any easier than this. It's called storage jar number 1, and it's literally a silver bead with a bead on top. Done. Another easy one. It's a wooden bead. Ooh, change. And a bead on top. Done. Hey, this is gonna be a good one. Easy. This one's slightly different. This one's got a little plastic jar kind of thing. And then you got to find the piece of wood. It took me a second to find the lid. It's on the sheet of wood with all the parts and pieces that the shelves come on. And then you just glue the label on there, which is just a colorful piece of paper. Now I wanted to add all the parts and pieces in here, and this one isn't really, it's more tucked in where the assembly part, the end part is. So we're just gonna do this now and do the little radio. And this just snaps together literally like Legos. So just snap the 3 pieces together. You don't even need to glue it, at least in my case, and you're done. I also decided to do the little cups here. Might as well do all the little accessories. That way we have it all done and ready to go when we start assembling everything. We're ramping up a little bit more. So this comes with a little jar with a cork. It's absolutely adorable and cute. And what you're going to do with this one is take the yellow piece of paper, fold it in half. I glued it together, and then you twist it up so that it's nice and tight. And then you just chop it into little teeny tiny pieces. I'm thinking this is like, I don't know, tea or something like that. And I did it on my book, and then just use that as a funnel to put it into the jar, and you're good. See, I didn't say the word done. Ha ha ha. Done. They call this one Kettle number 1. It's kind of like a beer stein, kind of, sort of, in shape. So you're going to take this metal piece that has 2 ridges, and you're going to use that to your advantage. So I left the wire long and just wrapped it around and then bent it to the shape and cut it. It was a little easier to work with than with teeny tiny little piece of metal, at least for me. And this is Kettle number 2. This will be the first of getting good practice of making handles, because you're going to make a few in this set. Real easy. You're going to put a rivet on the top. Make sure you get the right size. You'll know it's the right size because it will fit perfectly. And I had a little bit of leftover wire there from when I made the last one, so I just used that. I didn't measure it. They don't really give you measurements. And then made a little handle with my round nose pliers. This one they call Kettle number 3, and probably the fanciest of the bunch. The hardest part on this one is finding all the parts and pieces, because I wasn't sure. I wish they had a size chart like they do in other kits, but you kind of fudge it and fiddle it around and it'll work. You'll figure it out. And I think they give you enough extra parts and pieces, which is really nice, that if you did put the wrong size and you needed that particular piece for another one, you got an extra, so you should be okay. And this one you just stack them up, and I just did it in layers. I didn't do the final stack where you put the base to the top until I finished with the wire work. And like I said, you're going to get really good at making these little handles, and you're just going to make a little curlicue for the very top and a handle. And then what was really tricky is these teeny tiny pieces of paper. There's 2 of them. You glue them together and then you fold them in half. They are so small. They're maybe 1 mil, and you got to fold it in half. Just use your tools and just be patient, and then glue it, and that's your little spout. It does look cool when it's done though. Here's another kettle, same handle. You know what? Looking at this, I just realized I did a big oops. I'm missing a piece. That small gold receptacle. I remember making this and was confused about it. But you know what? It's a happy accident. It still looks cute, so we'll go with it. The only difference on this one is it wants you to use this really thick wire, black wire, and then scrape it down to the silver. I hated the noise of a knife against this wire, so what I did is, rather than torture myself, I got my little emery board sander and just sanded the black off, and that worked just fine. And I did have to kind of cut the wire until it kind of fit and looked right. the way they wanted it about 20 millimeters, I believe. In my head, it was way too long. So I just cut it down, and when I cut it at that one end, cut it at an angle so that it fits flush against your little kettle. All right, and the last thing was this little utensil holder. You don't have to do anything with the bucket. It's the fork and 2 knives. So basically, you just glue your pattern onto the gold piece with the silver side up. So you're going to glue the pattern on the back of the gold. And I would suggest let that dry completely. I did not, and it slid all over the place. So I would probably, if I did it again, I would let it dry completely, then cut it out. You'll fold it in half, and then you're going to glue that together. I smoothed it after you cut it out. It kind of gets all smudgy at the ends and on the sides, on the edges. Just smooth it out with your finger, and you'll get a fork and 2 knives. All right, and now we got a bunch of little pieces. I did do some cups. They're just gluing the top and bottom together. We have a little kettle. We have some utensils. We have a radio and some kettles, and lots of little pouring things, basically. And we're going to be on to the next steps. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're saving the plants for last because, you know, they take a while. But we have a few more food accessories to do before we do the plants, and that'll be our next video. And then we'll tackle all the plants. We can do this. We're getting there. Bye.